So why reinvent after 50? This is not for the curious. If you have hobbies, interests, if you're a lifelong learner, if you are comfortable with your own company, you're going to be fine. One of the reasons is to get a head start, because if you look at the numbers associated with retirement and like how soon people pass away after retirement, it's not a fun thing to look at. So we've been conditioned to think. We've been conditioned to think that we're defined by our work. Our worth is defined by our work and our ability to earn. Or they're telling you, and this happens in subtle ways, they're telling you that you're no longer needed. We've internalized this because this is the script we were handed. And the other part is you're hanging around people that are in their 50s and 60s that are talking that we're getting an old mess. So you're around this low vibration and it only enhances the problem. So the script was work until you're 65 and then start enjoying life with whatever time you have left. And now they're trying to raise it to 72 because they don't want to pay. That's the bottom line. They've never wanted to pay. They've always wanted child labor. The concept of the weekend, these benefits, pensions, these are hard fought battles. They never wanted to give that up. I mean, it was all made up. If you just do some research on the Prussian education model, books like The Deliberate Dumbing Down of America by Charlotte Thomas, and I won't even try to butcher her last name. It looks like some Scrabble word. Then there's the book Dumbing Us Down, Underground History of American Education System. I think the author's name is James or John Gatto. It's John Taylor Gatto. The other reason is just go ahead and embrace the chaos. Things are falling apart because they have to. I mean, the course, it's just run its course and it's no longer viable. And all over, people are starting to feel it. There's an awakening. The jig is up. The emperor has no clothes. It has to fall apart for something better. And this has sort of been the pattern in history. We have these renaissances, these breakthroughs right after these hard times and pandemics and bad periods. There's always this explosion. I think there's another book called, I think it's The Fourth Turning, that talks about this, and it puts it in like every 80 or 100 years. It's a cycle that happens. So we have no choice. We have to reinvent individually and collectively. And if we don't design the world we want, someone else will. In fact, they've already started. So the focus or the question isn't what Trump is doing, what the oligarchs are doing, this crazy hope that some person with a blue jacket is going to come in and save the day. Those aren't the questions. So I've been saying the last 5 to 7 years, this is an existential crisis. So who are we? What kind of people do we want to be? What kind of world do we want? And then once we decide that, we can get to the part of building and designing that world. There are legacies, there are people, just like in The Dark Knight when the line goes, some people just want to watch the world burn. There's an energy in that spirit that we have to get rid of, like people who are gleeful about the idea of human beings being eaten by alligators because of some border or because of the color of their skin. This is really their own fear talking. Recently, I heard another comment about homeless people. Like, we have to stop coddling these people. Another one was, do you think people should be given subsistence, like food to live? And it's like, yes, they should. No one should starve to death. So all the Trumps, all the Musk, whoever you want to, all this lamenting about these guys and these types, but we created them. Our system created this, where people can amass all of this wealth that they could never spend in a lifetime. And look, anyone telling you that some mid-20th century political philosophy is going to save you is someone that's delusional. So who are we? And what kind of world do we want? Connect, collaborate, create. Most of all, stay human. Peace.